Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kazuri Alameen. I'm still breathing. I'm very grateful. I just finished doing a powerful group on relationship. Relationship is a deep mutual connection between people. A deep mutual connection between people. Of course, we all got a different deep. The group was powerful. Relationships are so very, very vital. Having that deep mutual relationship with people is so very, very vital. The mutual relationship, I should say, is so very, very vital. What I want to ask you is, what is your relationship with yourself? What is your relationship with yourself? Having that deep mutual connection with yourself, where you at with that? Because what happens is, it's great to have a relationship with others, but that's external. That's external. Healing, recovery, repair, resurrection comes from the inside out, not the outside in. So I bring to you this evening, what is your relationship with yourself? What is your deep mutual connection with yourself? How do you deal with yourself in seasons of adversity? How do you deal with yourself in seasons of prosperity? How do you deal with yourself when you are sad? How do you deal with yourself when you are mad? How do you deal with yourself when you are glad? That deep mutual connection with self is so very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. And I've been doing these groups for a long time. And it went real well. But I encourage people to look inside of themselves, not outside of themselves. Because once again, I'm talking about somebody else, that's external. It's good to have relationships with other people, your spouse, your children, your parents, your co-workers, your friends, your family, your friends, and your enemies. I'm not naive to that by no means. But substantively speaking, what is your relationship with yourself? Travel with me for a moment. How would you answer that question in your private thoughts? How would you answer this question in your private thoughts? What is your relationship with yourself? Nobody knows you better than you do. Nobody should know you better than you, because hell, you're with you all the time, 24/7, 365. Through all seasons, degrees, avenues, episodes, experiences in life, you're with you all the time. But this is how growth takes place, ladies and gentlemen. This is how growth takes place. Repair, recovery, resurrection takes place from the inside out, working on ourselves. Once again, it's great and needed and necessary to have a relationship with other people. Very needed and necessary. But before we go external, we need to deal with internal first. What is your relationship, this deep mutual connection with yourself? How would you answer that question in your private thoughts? How tender are you with yourself? How loving are you with yourself? How caring are you with yourself? How much do you trust your spirit? How much do you believe in yourself? How much do you know that you're a great person? That's where the work got to take place at, not outside of you. It's not other people. But how would you answer that question in your private thoughts? The group was fantastic because I had people looking inside of themselves. And they go in and peel that onion, I like to call it, they did great work. It wasn't that somebody else? Well, Mr. Kazuri, I got a relationship with him, I got a relationship with her. That's fine, fantastic. But what is your relationship with yourself? What is your relationship with yourself? That's where the rubber hits the road, ladies and gentlemen. Start there. Stop looking outside of yourself. Healing is an inside job. It's not an outside job. So I bring to you again, how would you answer that question in your private thoughts? What is your relationship with yourself? Peace.